Senator Capri Cafaro, along with Trump surrogate and former Apprentice contestant ERIN Elmore. Good to see you both. Thank you so much for joining us. Senator Cafaro, good to see you. These polling results really well within the margin of error. What's your Elmore? I mean, here you have Hillary leading in the polls, and yet when you look at where the excitement is, when you look where the early voting is, when you look at just small business and the enthusiasm there, they're for Trump.
I couldn't agree with Capri any more. Basically, I'm in the state of Pennsylvania, and there's the same enthusiasm, the same love for Donald Trump, and as you can see from the polls, they're neck and neck in Pennsylvania, too. So the momentum is really shifting towards Donald Trump. I also do think there's a phenomenon, sort of, it's been called the Wilder effect or the reverse Bradley effect.
Reverse Bradley effect, yeah.
Totally, where people are scared to say they're supporting Donald Trump because the next thing the Democrats are going to do are bully them into submission and call them a racist. They're going to show up on Election Day, and they're going to vote for Donald Trump. So the Democrats need to have a little bit of fear.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. A lot of groups who basically.
We've seen in the primaries that Donald Trump outperforms the polls somewhere between 5 and 6 points. So that reverse Bradley effect is real.
Yeah, I think there's two takeaways.
And that's significant on how you're going to turn out at the polls. At the same time, his has gone up in equal measure, and her trustworthy numbers at their peak were 45%, and right now they're at 31% in this latest poll. That is a big difference.
Trump absolutely has the enthusiasm. I attend rallies and conferences and on the weekly basis throughout the country, and mostly in Pennsylvania, for Donald Trump. People there, whether it's women, working people, African Americans, are enthusiastic about. And he gets the crowds. He always talks about the crowds. They're really there, and they're happy, and they're enthusiastic, and they're the ones that are going to the polls. And another thing about the early voting, Democrats, that's ingrained in their culture to do the early voting. Statistics have shown that the Democrats are the ones that are getting out there and early voting. They're a little up right now, but not really. So I think what's really going to matter is Election Day. The early voting isn't really as significant.
As with 37 million early votes.
Constitutionally, electors do not have to vote for the specific candidate. So what about that? I mean, you could come up with a plan and an expectation based on the Electoral College, but then again, it's not. They don't have to follow through.
I mean, absolutely. And he said he's a Native American, and he said she doesn't care about me, and Hillary Clinton doesn't care about my land. And I think that's what a lot of people are realizing. Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton only care about Clinton, Inc. And we know that. And that's what people are seeing.
Before we go, Lee, your dials, anything change? What have you seen last couple of days?
I'm worried about that enthusiasm level with independents.
We can talk about this, but that bears out in the Fox News poll in terms of he still has more support among independents, but it's a smaller range over Hillary Clinton than it was in the last Fox News poll.
Makes a lot of sense.
I'll get into the details later.
Okay, good. Capri Cafaro.
People may sit home.
Yeah, go ahead. Capri Cafaro, ERIN Elmore, rather. Pardon me. Good to see you, ladies.